to another episode of Popcorn Heroes.
Yeah.
With me, as always, Mike.
Hey.
And the bearded one, Pedro.
Hello.
And today we're breaking off from our usual movie review, and we're bringing you our top movies of the 2010s.
No, we're doing TV shows.
Oh, shows.
Wrong episode.
My bad. Wrong episode.
One job you had, nigga. God damn.
Fuck. The top TV shows of the decade.
There we go. Yeah,
Look at Pedro with the save.
That
right.
is 2010 to 2019.
All right. And so we're just going to list off our top 10 movies.
TV shows.
TV shows.
Get movies out of your mind, man.
That's all we talk about, movies.
It's true. You are forgiven. But only for this episode. If you start saying movies in our game one, I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
We're also going to do a game one later, so stay tuned.
And then an actual movie one.
An actual movie one.
Maybe we should have got that out the way first.
Maybe.
So
I blame you not having any lists ready.
So we're going to do our top 10. And yes, this is a top 10, so it's going to be in order. And we're going to have some honorable mentions.
Yeah, but I think we should save all of our honorable mentions to the end.
Agreed. I think we should do it the way we did it before, as someone starts off their list.
Right.
If it's on your list, we say it is.
Right.
And then when you bring up your list, when it's your turn, then you can mention it, but we don't have a discussion about it.
Gotcha. Yep. Agreed.
All right. So let's kick it off with Mike. Mike, give us your top 10 shows of the 2000s of the decade.
Number one.
Wait, time. This is one to the best, or
Oh, I should start from the bottom, right?
start
Now
from
we
the
here?
bottom? Now we're here.
Don't
Yeah.
steal my joke. No,
Alright.
don't step over my joke, nigga.
Got it. I'm sorry.
So my list is not in any particular order, but his is. So
Yeah, mine's
so
in order.
his don't mean something. So we could judge it. All right, here you go.
Number 10, even though I've only seen the first season,
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Robot.
Ooh.
Damn.
Good choice.
First season alone.
I've also only seen the first season, and I was tempted to put it on my list, but I didn't because of that.
Nah, that
So-
first season
so-
was
so
so
close.
fucking good.
It was.
I had to put it on my list.
Good
Num-
choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
I really got to finish that show.
I agree. I mean, I'm the same with Pedro. I didn't put it on my list because I didn't watch everything, and I
But I've
saw
heard good things about. I can only assume the show is good throughout.
I
Right.
saw the second season, and I was like, this is okay. Because
bro.
once the mystery of the first, once you
Right.
figure out the
Yeah, I was gonna say no spoilers here, but once the mystery.
once you
yeah.
figure out the gimmick of the first season, it's no longer like there's nothing else
Right.
to keep you going except the actual drama of the show.
But I heard there's something else that happens. But
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the second season, for me, there wasn't that much happening in that
They didn't have that same hook.
over eclipsed the first
Yeah.
season.
Man, that fucking twist was like, oh
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Good. That's a good one. Good job, Mike.
Yeah, I feel like you're not gonna agree with some of mine. Number 9, Insecure.
You know,
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Yes, I agree. That's
So, I
that's
don't
on my
know.
list.
Just a day in the life of black people list. So that shit's just amazing to me, man.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's so relatable
It's
to real
relatable.
life.
It's relatable. I think we've all been in a situation like that, and
Or know people that have been in situations. It's just,
and there hasn't been a time like the fandom of Team Issa and Team Lawrence
Oh, man.
has never been so real since that first season.
so that's
I agree. That's on my list. So good, nice pick.
number 8, Billions. No?
No, I
Nobody?
never watched it.
I haven't seen it. I heard really good things though.
It's I like it because it's kind of like that same cat and mouse thing. Like it's like watching a live action version of Death Note without a Death Note. So I like the little cat and mouse game between. You don't even really know who's the protagonist or who's the. I guess you
Right.
kind of do.
I
know.
mean, you got the main two,
Yeah, the main
Giamatti
two.
and the redhead.
yeah, and
From Band of Brothers.
they're
I
just
forgot his
geniuses.
name.
They're out to get each other, and they just do a really, really, really fucking good.
That's
job.
actually a pretty good comparison, Death Note, because I was kind of reading the premise of it, and that is essentially
Yeah.
what it is. But it's a billionaire versus whatever the other guy
the billionaire versus someone who
investigates
arrests
billionaires with
for like fraud and
Yeah.
shit like that. Yeah.
I've heard good things. That's on my list. I mean,
Watch
on
it.
my list to
To
watch.
watch.
Not, yeah.
You won't regret it. Number 7, Better Call Saul. Damn, why did I misspell call?
Didn't watch
Better
it.
Call Saul.
Let me fix that shit. But
I mean, no one else has seen it but you. Perfectionist ass.
you're right. But I really didn't. I thought the show was gonna. Just when they announced it, I thought it was gonna be a terrible show.
I agree. I thought it was gonna be suck too, and then I started watching, and I was like, man, this is good. This is a good.
It felt like a cash grab just to you know make money off the name, kind of like El Camino. That fucking trash.
No, that's not trash. I disagree with that. But
just a show based on Saul, which I had no idea how it would work, but that show
or
was
how
fucking
interesting
amazing,
that would be,
right?
and then you see it.
And even when they bring in like the Breaking Bad characters, it just all works.
So you're pretty far in it, but again, the same way I feel about Mr. Robot, I didn't add that to my list because I only seen half of the first season. I didn't even finish it.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, because I was watching it as it was going, and then something happened, and I lost track of it. So I definitely, after I watched El Camino, it really made me want to go and watch it from the beginning. But I have to, and I hear it's just getting better and better.
Yeah, it is.
Good one.
Number 6, Atlanta. Even though the first season was just way too good.
It's
the
good.
First season was as relatable as Insecure was to me. The first season of Atlanta was the most relatable thing I've ever seen on TV.
You know how I feel about Don Glover, so
Oh my god, no.
I loved it. It's on my honorable mentions though. But I fucking loved it. I thought it was a great show. I felt like the dynamic between all three of them.
All three of them were just great.
Yeah, and it's just the insight of like just different black men and
Trying to make it in life.
Yeah, and different struggles each black man has. Like
Yeah.
it's so relatable. Agreed.
It's just the second season. I felt like it started off good. It just I don't know what it's just missing something that the first season had. I don't know.
agree.
Maybe they took too long between seasons. Even now they're taking forever for fucking
Yeah,
ever.
I mean he's been so busy. So
But I think the third and fourth are
together.
Yeah.
they're coming out like back to back
Yeah.
almost.
That's also on my to watch list. But I've been seeing like every actor that's in Atlanta has been getting huge now.
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
everywhere. All of
fucking
them.
Paperboy is everywhere now.
Yeah.
They're all.
He's in one of the Marvel movies coming up, right? Eternals. I don't
Yes,
know.
yeah, he's in Eternals. I was like, who are you talking about? But I know who you mean now.
Number 5, Big Mouth. No?
I haven't seen that.
Nobody?
I didn't think you would like that kind of show.
What? I fucking love that show.
I can't get into it. It's too vulgar for me.
Let me look at too vulgar.
I felt like that at first.
I'm a bitch, man.
But
It's a
then
fucking Nick Kroll animation. I haven't seen
It's
it.
probably the most vulgar thing I've ever seen on TV.
Is that a Netflix?
Yeah,
thing?
it's so funny because
It's
you can't get
Netflix.
away with that like in live action. But yeah,
No. But it's hilarious. I've rewatched that show I don't know how many times now.
Really?
Well, maybe like 4 or 5 times I've rewatched the show.
Huh.
But it's a really,
I'll give it a shot.
really, really funny show.
yeah.
Oh my God. That
Just
show's
you talking
hilarious.
about it and your facial expressions, I want to watch it now.
Watch it. Well, actually, it only gets like after the first, it gets more vulgar.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like they put, I really don't know how they get away with some of that stuff.
And aren't they supposed to be like in school and shit? So
Yeah, they're
It's
like in
kids.
elementary school, right?
They're like
Oh,
middle school, I
shit.
think. I don't know.
It might be middle school.
They're kids.
I don't know, but-
Whenever puberty hits you, middle
That
school.
show's so fucking good. That show's so fucking good. I want to rewatch it again now.
I gotta give it a shot.
Number 4, My Hero Academia. Animes count, right?
Yeah.
My Hero Academia,
Nice.
which is probably my new favorite anime.
Yeah, your
Yeah. I can't.
shonen anime that'll never end.
I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I can't do
It's
long
only-
animes.
You do know that show's never gonna end
That's my
because
rule.
it's gonna get to the point where he's the teacher,
Yeah.
and then there's gonna be another one of the
kind
kids.
of like they do with fucking Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the next one of those.
I can't do it, man. I
It's
can't.
only like 50 something
It's
episodes in.
really
Actually,
good.
no, I'm lying. They started
Now.
the
Now
fourth
it is.
season.
So I'm on the second one, and it's super good.
The show's really
So
good.
yeah, man, it's good. It's Harry Potter with superheroes.
It is.
I just can't, man. I just.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Yes,
do
you
it. I
can.
don't want to do it. I don't do it no more.
Exactly. You don't want to.
I
You
don't,
can.
I don't have the thing is like I haven't watched animes for a long time because of my rule. I don't do long animes. I need an ending. I
The
don't
best
want to.
animes are the longer ones. Actually, maybe not the best, but some of the best.
It's
are the
just
longer
now
ones.
because now everything I hear about are long animes, are the shoguns, and I'm like I can't. I don't want to do this anymore.
The shonens.
The shonens, whatever. I don't want to do that anymore.
You're missing out. My Hero's the best anime I've
I
seen in a
heard
long,
Demon
long time.
Hunter or Demon
Demon Slayer.
is
Demon
really
Slayer.
good.
That one's really good too.
Yeah, but
And
that's
it's
still
only-
going. So who knows if that one's gonna have an ending?
Yeah.
Orlando.
It's still-
I'm not gonna
started.
watch it. Someone recommended it to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Watch it. That one, Fire Force is a really good one.
Fire
That's
Force
out
is
now.
pretty good, but that one's not gonna have an ending. You know it.
I don't think it's gonna have an ending.
It's like a Bleach.
fuck this shit, man. No.
But do yourself a favor. Watch My Hero.
My Hero's excellent.
Number 3, Watchmen.
Bye, dude.
Good choice.
Even though that one like just came out at the end of the decade, it still
like
the best comic adaptation I've seen as far as shows go.
Mm-hmm. And a great continuation of it without rehashing the same shit.
Right.
And the first show that's probably the only show that with it only being one season, I'm perfectly fine with them never continuing it again.
Agreed.
Yeah. They have hinted that they might do more seasons.
Oh God.
But
he's out. He's like, I'm not doing more. Like that's it.
Oh, he's done. But
He's
HBO's
done. But HBO's like
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's done.
I don't know. Without him, he's an essential part of what made the show great.
He is.
And you know what else he did?
Leftovers.
Lord.
Spoiler alert. It's on our list.
Not my list. Number 2. Game of Thrones, which took over my life for most of the decade.
It did.
Yeah.
Whether you loved or hated the ending, it still deserves a spot on these lists because it really was part of everyone's fucking life. Even if you weren't into it, it was a part of your life.
And it's not even a show I started from the beginning. I think I started it around when it was on probably season 3 or 4. And I was like, damn, how the fuck did I miss this show?
Oh, so you were around Red Wedding time.
Yeah, actually, yeah. When I started, the season I started was the Red Wedding season. Nice. I'm like, thank God I started here because people started ruining that shit online anyways.
Yeah.
So I started at the perfect time.
Damn, that was a great time for it.
That was a great time. And my top show of the decade.
Oh God, I'm worried about this one.
Let's see.
The Haunting of Hill House.
Shit.
Oh.
I didn't see that coming
I did not see that coming at all. Oh my God.
That is my favorite one of the best shows I've ever seen. Definitely my favorite show of the decade.
That's on my list of to watch. So I heard that even throughout the show when nothing's happening, when it's just conversations, there are ghosts hiding in the background.
Like if you pay attention in the background, there are just ghosts like sitting there just watching people do shit.
I saw someone went because I was on Imager and someone went and was screenshotting all the scenes.
It's hard to catch them because you're not really focused on the background, but
right. But it's just like a normal conversation, and then under the table there's a hand.
Fuck that shit.
And you're just like, oh shit!
I ain't watching that shit.
Watch it.
I ain't watching that shit.
I've watched that show like probably 3 times.
I don't do horror.
Once by myself, twice with other people.
Tell me, is it scary or
Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
So it's
the scariest show I've ever seen.
Is it scarier than any movie you've seen?
It's scarier than most movies I've seen.
Fuck, that's
actually
intense.
It's probably they're only in the last decade. There are only 2 things that I can actually 3 like movies or forms of entertainment that I can actually say have scared me, and Hill House is probably top 2.
Fuck that shit.
The other one is on my is it on my list of movies? No. Well, it's in my honorable mentions, but I like horror anyway. So
I didn't think you did. I didn't know that about you.
No, I love horror movies. So this one is definitely my favorite show. You should watch it.
Nah.
Oh my god, the show's so fucking good.
Hard pass.
That's a no for me, dog. No, I definitely want to see it though.
That's a no for me, dog.
All right, those are my top. Oh wait, no, we're doing honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions at the end.
At the end.
All right.
So Pedro.
All right, man.
I'll throw it out to you.
Hold on, man. I'm still at 15 of these.
Jesus.
All right, I'll start it off.
All right, go.
So at number 10, we have The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Good choice. Witty, hilarious.
Super witty.
What is that show about?
It's basically about this white girl in the 60s.
Period piece.
Gets divorced and starts doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
It's about white people?
It's about white people.
I'm out.
So majority of times about white, rich white Jewish people.
Even worse.
But
wait. Worse because they're Jewish or worse because they're rich?
Both.
Racist ass.
But it's good. It's funny. It's witty. There is conversation of social issues there. They got
black people?
They got black people.
They got black people.
She teams up with
It's already a lie. They wasn't teaming up with us back then.
She teams up with what's his name from Brat Pack? He's kind of like that.
He's kind of like he's kind of like a.
I said Brat Pack. I meant Rat Pack.
Rat Pack.
He's like a Sammy Davis.
She kind of like opens for Sammy Davis Jr. kind of character that they make up. I forgot the name of the show.
You don't know Sammy Davis Jr.
The
name sounds familiar.
You do. Yes, you do.
Name sounds familiar.
Google him while
he's like black Puerto Rican, I think.
I just thought he was black.
Sammy Davis Jr.?
Yeah.
He's a singer. He was part of
he was
Frank
Latino?
Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin.
No idea who this guy is.
Really? And he's Puerto Rican, right? Half Puerto Rican, half black.
Man.
Just look it up.
All right, man. I'll look it up right now. Sammy Davis Jr.
I don't know what this nigga
Cuban American.
Cuban American.
You don't even know your own people. Get the fuck out of here.
The fuck you mad at me? You didn't even know who he is.
I didn't know Sammy Davis was part Cuban.
I knew he was Hispanic. I was like, yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, black Cubans exist. Thank you, Sammy Davis.
I don't know.
I know they
was.
exist, Orlando. I'm staring at one.
I don't know him. I don't know his daddy.
You don't know Sammy Davis or Sammy Davis Jr.? Him or his
my
daddy.
parents are fucking Haitian. When I came up, first, I wasn't even allowed to listen to the fucking radio when I was younger. So
Yeah.
I don't know who anybody is.
All right, so fuck it.
I don't know him or his daddy.
Let me move on. But it's a good show. It's just basically about stand-up comedy. If you like stand-up comedy, you're gonna like it, regardless.
That's why I stand up though. But it's a female stand up is so trash.
Hers is it's really good. People stand-up is so trash.
It's so trash.
We do not condone this message. All right, so number 9, Master of None.
That
Okay.
was definitely not gonna be in my top nothing.
The none. Just
None. I really liked the first season. The second season was that.
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I liked it.
So does his parents get better at acting, or do they still?
No.
Nah,
it's
they
just
trash.
They
So-
trash.
You can't have people that trash acting and be the top anything on anybody's list. His parents are horrible.
I've never seen it, but I keep hearing that, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh shit.
Oh, you have to watch it just to see
It's
how bad they are.
But yeah, it's good. But it's a good show. It's about dating
It's a
and
good show overall, though.
the how the ups and downs of dating. Overall, great show, and how the and immigration life basically. Number 8, BoJack Horseman, and like we said, we were looking up top 10 like shows and like websites and articles. This kept popping up. Honestly, this is like one of the best shows, like in my opinion, of like
It's a comedy? Like a dark comedy?
it starts off as a comedy and then it just gets really dark and it just stays like dark.
Isn't it kind of like the dark side of Hollywood?
Yeah, but it's mostly about like
Like
kind of like redemption and like can you be
It's like a consistent plot throughout?
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's about like can you be redeemed for your past mistakes? Like is there
How many seasons is it?
It's 5, no 6. It's short. It's short. Each like maybe like 10 episodes each season. It's
okay.
super digestible.
I thought
It
was
starts
like one
off
of
really
those-
funny, like dumb pun jokes, like because it's a world full of animals. So it starts off really just like really.
so we're like, oh,
quirky.
don't be such a pig, and it's a pig eating something.
Yeah, or like
Oh, God. Those are your type of jokes.
or the guy like there's
not
the
big on
guy and
pun
he's
jokes.
like and
Like dad jokes and shit
like
like
that jokes. Like, there's a dog character and he'll be talking to someone and then he'll talk to someone and the mailman passes by like "Rah, rah, rah," and then he'll go back to his conversation, stuff like that. Just I find that really funny. But it stops being like that kind of humor and then goes straight to like serious dark conversations of just like abuse, alcohol, drug abuse, like just really just
I'll probably watch it.
terrible shit. And the theme is, can you be redeemed for your past mistakes? It's really good, especially in these times where people like cancel culture is a thing or whatever. It's a good show. Number 7, Insecure. Once again,
Okay.
fucking loved it.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a show, in my opinion, that has like translate the meaning of like relationships and the ups and downs of like that kind of stuff. It's really good.
Better than that one, yeah, I agree.
Number 6, Fleabag. This has also been a thing on people's list. It's
Yeah.
really good.
It is.
It's
really fucked up.
have you watched it?
I saw the first season.
Yeah. And so same thing, just like can you
Very, very dark humor,
very dark humor
and like self-deprecating humor.
yeah. And
Like it's like her life is going to shit, and she's super like fucked up mentally, but
Yeah.
she just makes jokes about it.
and it's kind of like the same thing. Can you be redeemed for your past? Can
Oh,
you like
You're into a lot of that.
You're,
on
you're
this,
into
huh?
a lot of those, huh?
yeah.
Anything you want to tell the audience?
Hey, everyone deserves a second chance.
That's a lie.
Except for me.
Fuck that.
Except for me. All right. And I think the second season of Fleabag is phenomenal. There's a character in there that, in my opinion, is just so well written and so complex and so real that just really drives home for me to be on this list of like best shows of the decade. Number 5, Billy on the Street. This is a dumb game show
It's so
that is
stupid.
so stupid. I fucking love it.
So you don't know what it is? Mike?
Never heard of this thing before.
Describe it to him.
It's basically like this loud Jewish man who yells at people on the street, basically, and then
he runs up and he asks you dumb questions like out of the blue, and you're like on the spot.
He'd be like, for $1, what's wrong with James Franco? And then people would be like, I don't know, and like, he's trash, right? And like, yeah, like he's $1. It's like dumb. It's literally stuff like that. Like my favorite one was
terrible.
There's a one segment where he's just like, he makes random games up on the street, and so he's like, all right, on the street, who said? And he's like, the game is called, who said this? A gay person or James Franco? And he'll read like James Franco quotes and a gay person quote, and then you have to decide who said it.
He has something against James Franco?
Yeah, he does, because he's gay, and like James Franco has said like weird shit about like being gay but not gay, and like I don't know, some dumb shit. But it's a funny ass show.
It is funny.
It's hilarious. It's one of my favorite.
It felt like it was gonna be a gay person who did the show.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shows.
He's one of the characters on Parks and Rec.
Yeah, he's just loud and obnoxious. He's
actually the voice of Timon in the new Lion King.
Yeah. If people find it annoying, I can understand.
That's terrible.
To me, I find it super hilarious. One of my favorite shows.
Definitely not watching this show.
It's this guy, Billy Eichner.
All right, so number 4, and I have to say, after this, honestly, you can just mix up the order because I think these top 4 shows are like the best.
Okay, but after this, so you gotta name this first.
So no, I mean this up. You can literally mix them up in any order, in my opinion. So number 4 is The Good Place. I finished it. I fucking loved it, and it's kind of like the same thing about redemption, but in a way of like.
God. This nigga trying to redeem something so bad.
Say redemption one more goddamn time.
It's not redemption, but it's just like...
Now we get to the games. Red Dead Redemption. This nigga.
What it means to be good. Like, what it means to be, like, ethical.
Nigga, you not good. You're not going to get redeemed. Face that shit. What the fuck?
I don't get second chances?
No, nigga.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to live through these characters on the show. This is real fucking life. There's no redemption out there for you.
What the fork? That's the only thing I know about Good Place. Is that you can't curse?
Yeah, so basically the show basically is like these 4 people that die and they go to heaven.
By mistake or some shit like that?
The Good Place, and I don't want to ruin it. And so yeah, it's just about them living in heaven and dealing with like the ramifications of being there. But it's about morals and ethics and what makes a good person.
We get it. We get it.
But the ending is phenomenal. I literally was like bawling my eyes out.
Is the show over? Or it's still
over. It's over.
Oh,
it's over.
I'll watch it now.
Were they redeemed?
I mean, technically, kind of.
Technically, kind of. So redemption isn't for everyone.
It is the way they fix it. I can't talk about it. Good show overall. One of my favorite shows of the decade for sure. Number 3, Game of Thrones.
Of course.
Obviously. We have to put it up there. Yeah. What a fantastic show, even though it ended kind of shitty.
Yep.
What a run.
What a run. The first 4 seasons are top tier TV in...
Top fucking tier.
Yeah, for sure. So, number 2, The Leftovers.
Yeah.
It's up there with Game of Thrones?
It's up there, dude.
It is.
It's up there. It's up there.
It's just... redemption. Am I wrong though?
Kind of. Not really.
Now, some characters.
Some characters, but not really.
But it really is just
dealing with the fallout of what.
It's just about unexplained loss.
Yeah.
Like you lose people close to you, but there's no.
Keep on moving. That's real life too.
Right. Right. You keep moving, but some people just can't handle that. So it just shows people falling apart in different ways.
It never explains what happens.
No.
Spoiler alert.
They don't.
It doesn't. So get that out the way and watch the fucking show.
It's not about what happened. It's about how you
That's
deal
the reason I was going to
start.
I think I watched like the first 2 episodes, and then you told me that they never explain why.
At the end,
I was like, fuck this, I'm out.
At the end, something happens, and you take it or leave it. Take it or leave it at the end. The last episode.
There's multiple explanations throughout the show.
Yeah. So you can literally take it however you want, but there is no... And that's what makes... But I think that's what makes it good.
Yeah. I agree.
I hate that guy. Actually, I don't hate him anymore.
the dialogue is just so fucking good, man.
Yeah.
And everyone is just so believably fucked up.
Yeah.
Everyone. Because you'll see a character and you're like, man, he's got his life. But then each episode focuses on a different person. So then when you see that person's episode, you're like, oh, this nigga fucked up. Oh man.
How many? It was 3 seasons.
I think 3 or 4.
3 seasons.
Yeah,
It's not that long of a show. Yeah.
No, not at all.
And I think for the most part, like I think even now that we're all like adults and we end up talking to more people, you realize how flawed people are in general. So it's a good thing there's a show that's like driving it home of like how
we're all very flawed.
We're all fucked. We're all flawed.
And it's kind of relief, even though it's fiction. It's kind of nice to see, hey, they're worse than we are.
Yeah, in a way.
There's something nice about that.
All right, last one, Watchmen.
Watchmen. All right, of course.
Okay.
For what it was, one season alone, dude, it's just a phenomenal show.
That show was so amazing.
I have nothing negative to say about that show.
No.
I think perfect 10 episodes or 8 episodes. What was it? 10 episodes?
9 episodes.
9
actually.
episodes.
I'm a little disappointed it didn't reach its 12 episodes, kind of like how the comics are 12, and even the Doomsday Clock is also 12. Because there was a lot of side shit that I wanted to know more about.
Right, I agree.
And I felt like the extra episodes could have fleshed it out and then just ended.
But I thought it was tight.
The Lube Man, more of Looking Glass, just more of everyone.
I did want to see more of Looking Glass.
I agree.
liked him.
A little bit more Red Scare and Pirate Jenny, those other people. Just something to flesh out the world a bit.
But I agree. But I think it's a very tight.
Yeah. The main points were already
addressed. It's just a great show. Like, it literally is a show that takes a comic book and then modernizes it, but in a way of like so believable and so authentic to our times and everything that we're going through in 2020 and everything we went through
to make it like still relevant.
Yeah,
right.
Very relevant.
Right. Guys, if you like any of our discussion, I feel we have reviews for these shows. Like we have a review for Watchmen.
We have a review for some of these.
Some of these.
Game of Thrones has a review for
obviously for Game of Thrones. Episodes. So yeah, if you like what we said so far, please check out our reviews for these shows.
Check them out.
All right, Pedro, your top 10.
All right, in no particular order because I had to whittle this down. So I had 18. I had to whittle it down to 10. So here are my 10 in no particular order. Let me get through the ones that we named real quick. Game of Thrones, for obvious reasons, great show. Leftovers, obvious reasons, great fucking show. Watchmen, great fucking show. Miss Maisel, great fucking show.
So that's your 4. That's 4.
That's 4. And that's all that we went through. All right, so these next ones are going to be new.
Damn. Nice.
All right, so I have Hannibal.
I knew you would.
That's definitely on my list to watch.
Such a great show. So I'm not going to get into spoilers of it, but the first season is very procedural. So in the beginning, you're kind of like, is this another fucking CSI or another one of these like
Monster of the Week?
Yeah. Villain of the Week. And then suddenly it just takes a turn and it's just so fucking good, compelling. A lot of Death Note cat and mouse going on. Really good stuff. But full disclosure, you got to get past that first season. And then once you get there, you're like, oh yeah, this is it, man. Great shit. So highly recommend it for everyone. Stranger Things.
I put that on my
honorable mention. Yeah, I'm into the same.
I have that as one of my favorite shows.
Being in my top 10.
I agree.
Just that first season alone, it just really got you into that world, into the era.
Yeah.
And it was just fun. It just really reminded me of like the 80s horror movies I watched a lot. And especially these later seasons just start having more fun, especially the third season starts having fun with the decade and some of the more like the Russians and stuff like that. It's really embracing what it is, the 80s campiness just a bit.
It makes you kind of feel like a kid again watching the show.
Yeah, I really enjoy that show and I can't wait for the next season. Westworld on my list.
Yeah.
Westworld, that first season is fucking amazing.
I forgot about Westworld.
I thought about it, but then the second season I kind of fell off.
I still love the second season, but I still loved it.
So lost in the second season.
I loved it. It was very complex, sure, but it was still, it was still there.
That's an honorable mention for me. That's a good one.
It's a great show. Highly recommend it for everyone. And I love Westerns and I love sci-fi. So they just fucking combined them both. And it was a hell of a cast. Great writing. The dialogue was so good. Every Anthony Hopkins scene was amazing.
Every one of my favorite conversations was when Anthony Hopkins was talking to that guy in season 2. I can't remember.
With Jeffrey Wright.
Oh my gosh, it was so fucking good.
So many. Every line that Anthony Hopkins says is just like fucking poetry. I'm just like, oh my God.
He's really, really good.
The way he just analyzed how the human mind works. There was even one where it was saying it looked like the heart vessels or something. I forgot what it was. It was something about Michelangelo's painting. It looked like the actual brain or something. Like they were really getting into it. Like those conversations had layers and layers, and I was like, this is fucking brilliant. I just lost track of what numbers I'm on now.
It was on Westworld.
I think it was that's 7.
Oh.
No, that's 8 of them already. So I'm on the last 2.
Damn, nigga.
Well, yeah, because a lot of them we already mentioned. So I have Russian Doll.
I was surprised you didn't have Russian Doll. I'm surprised. I love that show.
I'm surprised you didn't have it either.
I liked it, but
it's about redemption, Orlando.
I really like Russian Doll, but
I loved it, man, because
it was okay.
There were so many things, so many movies and shows that had that premise, that Groundhog Day premise, and I was like, it's whatever. But when I started watching it, the way this show did it was just smart about it.
Honestly, I like anything with the Groundhog Day premise. I'll watch anything. I watch that fucking Marlon Wayans movie with this shit. That
you know
movie
what?
was trash.
Now that I'm mentioning it, there's a lot of them that I watched, and they're actually really good. The Marlon Wayans one's trash though.
It was trash.
Fuck that.
What was that? Oh man, Tom Cruise one was so good.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
That shit was.
That's on my honorable mentions for movies. Spoiler alert. So yeah, Russian Doll, I loved it. The dialogue was great, had a great message, and it was just it just kept you hooked. Really like that.
It was a good show.
And hold on, let me do the count. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did miscount, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just bad as Orlando.
8, 9. Oh, I did 9. So I got rid of an extra one that I didn't have to. Okay. So at number 9, I got Penny Dreadful. None of you guys have seen it.
You're always telling me about that one.
Man, it is on my list of shows to watch. Fucking good. It's Victorian horror. It's pretty much in a universe where Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Dracula, the Mummy, like all that shit exists. Wolfman, all of that exists in the same world. And they just they just weave them in so flawlessly. It's so good. The show was a perfect 10 out of 10 show. Except for the last 2 episodes because they got canceled. So the last 2 episodes had to wrap it up, and you can tell
it was force-feeding everything.
They rushed the shit out of the plot for the last 2 episodes, and it pissed me off so much. But
they didn't have a choice.
Exactly. I can't hate 3 seasons of a show and only 2 episodes were it's still a fucking win-win in my book. I watched the first 3 episodes, but for some reason I couldn't get into it. But I plan on rewatching. It's so damn good. Are you hyped for the spiritual successor? Not at all. I haven't even seen a trailer for it, but just the idea seems really weird. It doesn't make sense. They're having it take place in the 40s in California. Yeah. Unless they get into some weird folklore from that era. Yeah, I didn't get it either. But even then, that still sounds weird. Because the Victorian shit is just so like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, like it's all iconic. I can't think of any iconic legends from the 40s that they would add there that would make sense. So very, very weird. So yeah, that's a no for me. So that was 9 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Okay. All right. Number 10 then. True Detective. I'm mainly saying season 1. I thought about it. I thought about that one too. But then season 2 was not good. And I haven't seen season 3. Exactly. I'm the same way, but it's kind of like how you put Mr. Robot in there. There's 3 seasons, but you only saw 1. That's how I feel about True Detective. It was that first season was really True Detective was so fucking good, man. Those 2 characters, Woody Harrelson and McConaughey, just their back and forth, their buddy cop, like love-hate relationship, just on point. And just the plot was just so mysterious. It was like dark, almost supernatural, but not really. Like you were, is this supernatural? Yeah, had you guessing. I'm like, I'm feeling some weird like Cthulhu vibes going on. Some love, HP love, especially Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, McConaughey. Gave you that vibe. And I'm just like, man, this is getting so weird, and it just ended amazingly. It had a perfect ending. Unfortunately, the second season was garbage. But that's why I can't put. If the second season is garbage, you can't be one of my top shows. I know. But the first season was amazing. It was just so good, and in my mind, I kind of think of it as a miniseries. So I'm kind of cheating on this one. But yeah, True Detective. I agree because they're not connected. That's what thing. So since they're not connected, honestly, that makes sense. That's why I give it to you. Yeah. It's kind of like someone saying American Crime Story, the OJ part, even though technically that's season 1. And that's one of my honorable mentions. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. That show is so fucking good. But yeah, so there it goes. That's my list. And Armando sent me his list through text.
Bitch ass.
He said, "You better fucking read it." So here it is.
What does he have that we already have?
Can you do it in a Armando's voice?
Okay, on my shows, True Detective season 1 is fucking amazing. It's so fucking good. Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. Good job.
All right, I'm done with the voice. It was only for True Detective. All right, so the rest. Damn, he actually has a pretty good choice here. But he put Silicon Valley, which
Never watched it.
Which I think is a hilarious show. But
It's a comedy?
yeah, it's a comedy. It's like a nerdier Entourage. That's not really fair.
I never got to watch Entourage. I tried to watch it, but for some reason I never started.
Yeah, great show, and I can see why he added it here. He also put Good Omens, which I watched that with him. Really good. It's on Amazon. It's only 1 season. Really good stuff. It's pretty much
Is that good?
Yeah.
Like best of the decade good?
Well, it ain't on my list or my honorable mention, so you already know how I feel about it. But it is really good.
It's on your honorable mention?
It's not.
Oh, that's
not
all I
on
needed
my-
to know.
It's not on my honorable mention, but it is really good. Masters of None, which we already mentioned.
Which I mentioned.
Oh,
He put Rick and Morty on the list.
I was thinking about it, but it'd be in my honorable mentions, honestly.
I can see how Rick and Morty's on the list. Everyone fucking talks about it. I've seen the
like,
first 2 seasons. I really like it, but
I was watching with somebody, but you know how when you're watching with somebody, you're not really watching shit. The show's just playing.
Suck your dick,
So I
yeah.
haven't.
and then you're hearing the voice.
Eventually, like,
Hey Morty, come on Morty, and you're just like, I can't get hard off of this shit.
Yeah.
So every time like we're watching the show, we always plan on watching the show. We just never watch the show. So I'm like on season,
Of course not.
almost done with season 2, and I have no idea what's going on in the show.
Hey Morty, I need you to lick my balls, Morty. And you're just like, I can't watch this shit. You're mute. All right.
I plan on rewatching
I can't
it.
get my balls licked when this guy's
It's
talking
just
about
that
getting his
everybody
balls
fucking talks about the show, though.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about Rick and Morty.
Just imagine, it ain't gonna suck itself, babe.
That wasn't me, by the way. That's not what I was doing.
Oh, of course. All right, he put the OA.
Nah, man. I didn't like season 2.
Damn, yeah. Season 2 is a bit.
The OA, I saw season 1. I thought it was fucking amazing.
Me
but-
too.
Season
I
1
agree.
was amazing.
Season 2 is great. Season 2 wasn't bad. It was good.
It wasn't bad. It's just it's nowhere near as good as
It
season
became
1.
very campy and then very meta.
There's
Yeah.
one I
At the
got.
end.
Especially at the I'm like, wait, what?
Well, it got canceled, so.
And then it got
I
canceled.
hated it got canceled, though.
Oh my god.
You're
It's not even close to a resolution
but
now.
you're upset, though, right? They got canceled.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just like, damn, like, season 2 wasn't bad. It was
Yeah,
just
it wasn't
really
bad.
fucking weird. And I'm
It was
like,
really weird.
fuck, now,
We'll never know what happens.
Yeah.
so good.
But season 1 was really, really good.
Season was phenomenal.
He put, oh, this is a pretty good show.
But I think they went like over budget for season 2, and
It was just
like I was reading like interviews with him talking about how it was gonna be filmed so differently, and I'm like, it looks like a regular fucking show to me. I don't know what this guy's talking about. So
Well, it's the girl that was the head of it.
I wouldn't
so.
be surprised if everyone's like, yeah, we just took shrooms and this is an acid trip of a show because that show is so fucking bizarre.
but season 1 was really good.
I,
It was.
I still need to see season
Man,
2.
that
then
fucking
I-
ending, it was just so weird and
I was
so
like,
good.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they do the interpretive dance.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, huh?
It's funny
But it
'cause
was just so like I rewatched that scene. I don't know how many times.
It's funny because I was so hyped watching it, and I'm like, if anyone else would have walked in while I'm watching this and just seen me like hyped, they would have been like, "What the fuck
What
are
are
you
you
watching?"
doing?
And I'm like, "Shh, this is the best part.
It's
That's the best part."
Yes, it's the best part of the season. Oh, that show's so
But
good.
it's so weird out of
It's
context.
just how it all comes together.
Yeah, good.
I've seen people show that scene and then just put music over it to make it as a joke, and I'm like, man, how are they gonna do that scene like that?
So good.
All right, so the OA, and
can
he's got Spartacus on the list.
The fuck?
Is Spartacus in?
Yep,
this
2010.
decade?
I just checked.
Spartacus is good.
Dude, it's really good.
It's really good.
I actually
But-
agree with this.
It's not in my.
I wouldn't.
It was a really good show.
You know what? I mean, I have so many honorable mentions that I'm not going to put it in there, but I could put it as an honorable
But
mention.
I wouldn't imagine it being on the top 10.
I could put it as an honorable mention of the honorable mention.
Especially
It was a really good show.
It was
Honorable
really
mention
good.
Of an honorable mention.
Especially
and it got a
when-
fucking perfect ending. You know
Yeah.
what, man? Honorable mention.
but
It's not an honorable mention.
okay, what do you think about the actor that took over? Better or not better?
Not better.
Not better.
Not better. It's just different.
Yes.
He was more serious.
That first actor was amazing at that.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
It's just his
Yeah,
voice is it's just
Fucking
everything.
leukemia. Jupiter's cock. Just
Never seen more dick in my life, dude. Jesus Christ.
yeah, that's true. There's a lot of dick in there.
Show, it was a lot of dick. It was a lot of gay shit.
But there's a lot of titties there too, though. So
Nah, man. It was like fucking a nigga in the cage one episode. I was like, wait a minute, what am I watching
A lot
now?
of dick in that show.
but then you had the orgies. They were like crazy orgies.
Honestly, I don't mind it in the sense because it's like we show vagina and tits a lot on shows. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can take
for some balance.
And Mike, you watch porn. There's dick there too.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Everywhere. You watch a lot of gangbangs, don't you?
Dicks all over the place.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. You watch too much gangbangs.
You can't watch too much. Anyways, what are you saying? What's
All
next on
right.
the
So
list?
after Spartacus, he has Luther.
Man.
This guy just sucks.
He
man.
was speaking of dick. He slobbered all over Idris Elba's dick.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, his
Okay.
list sucks.
Luther's a good show,
It is.
but nowhere near best of decade.
That's
No.
nowhere close to best of decade.
I'm just not watching good TV. That's what
And
I'm
it's,
Like it was like
he's not watching enough redemption TV like you.
man, loves fucking redemption TV. Nah, but this is the list I agree the least with.
Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
definitely. Walking Dead, and he put season 1. That's not how this works, Armando.
That's not how this works at all.
No, dude, he's not
Season
watching
one
good
was
TV.
season 1. Actually, I didn't like season 1. That's probably the worst season to me.
Whoa,
I only
that's a
started
bold
liking.
statement, dude. The Farm is the season 2.
I like the farm. You guys hated the farm. I like the farm.
No. The second half was really good because they had the whole Shane going.
Oh
nuts.
man, that shit was so good. I
That was
rewatched that just that part.
Season 2 without the filler is really good, but it was the filler that fucked it.
All right, I agree. The filler was
Because I remember there's one where there was a whole episode of them trying to get a zombie out of a well,
that shit was ridiculous.
and then the zombie just blows up in the well, and they go, "Oh, JK,
Can't get this shit anymore.
tune in next week on Walking Dead."
The other seasons got a lot. I mean, first season I still didn't like.
I disagree with this being as a.
But I definitely wouldn't put it anywhere near the top.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
the first.
Even the
There's
first.
not a
season.
single season that would be in the top.
Amando's not watching good
television.
TV. That's my understanding. It's not his
So-
fault. I think he's not watching good TV.
So
I wish he was here to explain this because I don't understand.
I know,
it.
and say he's gonna listen to us and just bitch at me at work. What do you mean it's fucking stupid?
Good luck, Pedro.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. What the fuck you talking about? You're gonna have to record again and give me a point. I ain't recording shit.
How long is it?
He's probably gonna want a B side of his side.
Oh
His side
my
of the
God.
story.
How long has he gone for? For like 3 months, right?
Forever.
For 4
Shit.
months.
Yeah,
He's never coming
He
back.
ain't coming back.
he'll come back on a weekend episode with
I
just
wish you guys actually like updated the IG so you could remove him from the IG.
Go to remove.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Amando's actually went back to school as a New Year's resolution, so he has classes during the weekday.
Right, so he can't.
He
be
can't
here.
come during.
So a moment of silence for Armando.
Fuck that. This nigga got Walking Dead on his list. He don't deserve a moment of silence.
So his other thing on the list, he's got Newsroom. I've only ever seen the pilot of Newsroom, and I really liked it.
Is that
But
the one with damn, I don't remember the guy's
Jeff
name.
Daniels?
Jeff Daniels, where he does that epic ass speech
Yes.
that they're always like reposting.
Yeah, where he's like, America's not great anymore.
Yeah, that one.
It's not the greatest country.
All
And he
right.
fucking starts going like ham on it, and everyone's like, "You're un-American."
If it's a lot of shit like that, it makes sense.
I've heard it is. So the whole first episode is about the oil spill
Yeah.
with the BP, and I saw that was really good. It's kind of like a what if of how they covered it.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I saw that on any list. Though.
sounds like a good choice, but I didn't see it. And then as his last one, he put Hannibal.
Jesus
Agreed,
Christ.
100%. Whoa! Don't hate on
Hannibal
Hannibal.
was good, but I thought there was more. I didn't know the list was over. But like, God, this list is bad.
The list is pretty bad.
Yeah, he didn't put Game of Thrones. He didn't put.
He didn't put Game of...
It's not so good.
The first season of Walking Dead, you don't have a single season of Game of Thrones?
But Mike, he has Luther.
Nah, man.
Game of Thrones.
I
At
would put
least
Sherlock before Luther.
1 through 4.
Sherlock's an honorable mention.
1 through 4 Game of Thrones is fucking excellent.
Yeah. Peak,
Like
peak TV.
peak
Definitely
TV.
better than season 1 of Walking Dead. So
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Mondo, your list sucks. Does he have honorable mentions?
No,
Fuck yeah, your list totally sucks.
Yeah.
he didn't put no honorable
I'm
mentions.
done with that list.
Enjoy him bitching at you at work. All
I'm looking at his video game list. All right, well that'll be a whole other thing.
right.
All right, do we want to chop into the honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'll name a few right now.
All right, we can do
We're
it.
just gonna run through them, right?
Yeah, we'll just run through them and we'll talk about them if we have to.
Well, I got them right here, so I'll go real fast. I got Fargo.
Ooh, nice.
I want to watch that one. I really wanna watch that one.
Great shit. Season 4 is coming out. I can't wait. It's an anthology show.
I just have to watch the movie first.
I highly recommend it because they all take place in the same universe. So there is a reference in season 1 to the movie that you won't really get unless you see the movie. Okay. So definitely recommended. I already named this one. I put Bob's Burgers an honorable mention. I think that show's fucking hilarious and witty.
I saw that on a list, on a lot of lists actually.
Yeah, that family is just ridiculous, and there's a lot of relatable crazy.
Every
shit.
episode I've seen is hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single bad episode. Even one where I that was probably the worst, quote unquote. I still laughed out loud. So it's just like, yeah, you're great.
And that meme of the girl twerking is like a forever meme now.
Yeah, the daughter that's obsessed with zombies. Yeah, she's awkward. I got Silicon Valley on my list. Great show. The ending was a little rushed, but overall pretty hilarious. I got Mindhunters.
Damn, that's on my list.
Honorable mention.
It's not on mine. It was a good show.
It's so fucking good, man.
It's good, man.
And I really hope they do a season 3 because the dialogue is just on point.
Yeah.
The dialogue's amazing.
I have to commend the show for just taking something as simple as talking, but making it so riveting and so compelling,
and
like
suspenseful.
So yeah, there's just a tension.
Yes,
in the air.
Yeah, definitely.
And all they're doing is having interviews with like.
I felt like
serial killers.
Season 2 though, they weren't. I mean, they toned down there weren't as many interviews.
There
which
wasn't.
is what I didn't like, and the interviews are my favorite part of the show.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, it was more of like the murder of the
Atlanta monster.
Atlanta monster. Yeah.
And I understand it's a real story, so there's no like resolution, but I don't know.
Right. And then they're setting up the whole BTK thing for a later season, if it gets a later season.
Right.
But it's just a phenomenal show, just the way it's filmed.
What's his name though? The super big one with the mustache.
Shit.
That guy's
Hopper.
Finch.
No.
Who
am I thinking about Stranger Things. Yeah.
Hopper.
Well, anyways, that big ass serial killer dude. He's always talking to his friend.
The serial
Kemper.
Edward Kemper. Oh my god, the guy that plays him,
phenomenal.
Fucking phenomenal.
I'm surprised he didn't get nominated for anything.
Yeah, because he's like when he's nice, you're like, oh, he's not so bad, and then you start hearing the shit he talks about like all nonchalantly, and you're just like, oh, this motherfucker's crazy.
He's fucking sick.
And then when he stands up and he's towering, you're like, oh shit, he's gonna snap this dude's neck like a twig. So he goes from like, oh, he's not so bad to holy shit, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
So yeah, highly recommend Mindhunters. I got Black Mirror as an honorable mention.
So do I.
No.
They got great episodes and they got some episodes that are not so great, but
it kind of goes with the territory of making like a sci-fi show, a modern Twilight Zone.
Right.
Twilight Zone has some good episodes and also had not so good episodes.
Yeah, even the new one. It's got some good ones and it's got some not so good ones. So and Black Mirror is the closest thing that's not Twilight Zone. So
yeah, so I agree with that statement. But the ones that are good are fucking really good.
Yeah, it's mostly the early ones.
For sure.
Because the early ones, they didn't hold back. They were just like
2 seasons are really good.
Yeah, and then they start getting more Americanized. I blame that. I blame it on Americanization because the first ones were like super British, so they didn't give a fuck. Next on my honorable mention was what we talked about real quick. Sherlock's my honorable mention.
I can agree with that. That was a really good.
First time I saw Benedict Cumberbatch, and I was like, man, this guy's really good. He needs to be in more movies.
Yeah.
And then he was like in Star Trek after that. So
and everything else.
Pretty much. And yeah, man, that show is just so awesome, witty, and I like it way better than the Robert Downey versions. Like way better.
Nah, I like the Robert Downey version.
No,
there's more action in the Robert Downey version.
I mean, yeah, but nah.
And they do that weird shit where he like breaks down a scene, which I like if they do in any fucking movie.
In Sherlock, they kind of do that, where he goes into his mind palace and he starts like reading things around.
It's not as action-y.
I guess. And then my last on my honorable mention is Peaky Blinders. Really good show.
I saw that on a lot of like top 10 lists.
The only thing that's bad about that show is that they do time jumps between seasons, like big time jumps. So it's like a lot of the side plots aren't resolved within the season; they're resolved in between seasons.
That sucks.
Yeah, because it's like 5 episodes a season, so they're really quick. Okay. They're practically mini seasons. But they're just like the main plot's compelling. A lot of the characters compelling. And then when it does a time jump, you're like, oh, that's what happened. That's the only bad thing I have to say about that show. Everything else is fucking spot on. The acting's on point. Cillian Murphy is like awesome in that role. So
he's a good actor.
Highly recommended.
All right.
That's it for my lists.
Let me talk about my honorable mentions. Barry.
Oh, man.
I want to watch that one.
Wait a minute. Did Oh shit, Barry was on my list.
I was like, is it like your top 10 or honorable mentions?
See, I had it here, but I misspelled Barry. I put it with an E, so I scribbled it.
Fuck?
And when I scribbled it, I lost it. See, remember how I said I lost count? I was like, wait a minute, I should have 10.
Barry. Oh, okay.
All right, so I removed True Detective season 1 and put Barry.
Nice.
All right, so continue.
Yeah, Barry, this is a good show. It's like if Dexter was a comedy, if Dexter was a fuck up, basically.
Absolutely. It's so much better than Dexter.
Yeah, I agree.
Similar, but so much better.
Yeah, and I just think it's just an overall fun, awesome show.
Yeah.
Mindhunter, which we talked about already. Blackbird, which we talked about already. American Vandal. The first
I've heard things about it.
The first season of Lone is just so funny. So it's like it's a parody documentary.
Yeah, a parody of like First 48 or that type of stuff, right?
It's about like basically it's a documentary of like it's like a kid who vandalized. He vandalized
the dicks.
The dicks. Who drew the dicks?
Oh.
And so then it's a group of like
it's a mockumentary.
It's a mockumentary. Yeah, you go. Yeah. And so the video class is trying to and the journalistic student is trying to figure out like what happened. So it's like an interview thing, but it's fake. So it's just hilarious. It has like this like
I want to see. I saw season 2 is something about like diarrhea everywhere.
Yeah, it's really good. There's one where like in the first season where they have literally like I think they're trying to like think about like who drew a dick. So they have like a CSI thing where like they have like the sketches like okay, this person got it this time at 9:45 and this person drew that dick at this time. But how can they have like do it? Like how do they finish it in 10 minutes? And then like this whole conspiracy theory and like. It just does a lot of
How do they draw so many dicks?
Yeah, it's a lot of callbacks to like CSI Miami and like CSI, all the CSI shows and
Enhanced
forensic
like
shows that. And like stuff like that. So yeah, it's overall just a phenomenal show. It's canceled, but both seasons are its own thing.
Right, it's self-contained.
It's canceled?
So.
Yeah, it got canceled.
Thank God.
But I think it's really good.
You didn't like it, Mike?
A show where they're drawing dicks everywhere?
Oh.
Okay. I saw Superbad one time.
I was just gonna say the dick treasure chest of Superbad.
The next show on my list is Stranger Things. We talked about just a phenomenal show, super 80s, great 80s vibe. Next show is Atlanta. It didn't make my
honorable mention.
Damn, Atlanta made my honorable mention.
Yeah,
Insecure better than Atlanta?
I do, dude. I fucking do.
Insecure is more consistent. It's more consistent.
It's consistent. Yeah,
I'll give you that.
So it's just Atlanta just had that.
Peak Atlanta to me is better than peak Insecure.
I agree. But it just the inconsistency and the show is all over the place sometimes.
Yeah.
That I just really can't put on my list. But overall, great show. After that, I have Jane the Virgin. I really enjoyed it. I ended. I don't love it, but it's a comfort food. You know, being Hispanic, I grew up watching a lot of telenovelas in the background.
Right.
But I couldn't get into them because I didn't grasp the language so great. So this is like my first telenovela that I can fully immerse myself in.
But it's also a parody of novelas.
Exactly. So it just has that perfect blend of like Spanish culture, and I relate to it so much since I'm Spanish. So it's like comfort food for me. It's like I can eat that with a plate of rice. I can watch the show with a plate of rice and beans and chicken in front of me. And feel at home.
And feel Cuban.
Yeah, I feel like Dale, yeah. So yeah, that's my honorable mentions. Mike.
Honorable mentions.
Oh, I didn't think you had honorable mentions.
I got honorable mentions. The ones that you guys have already mentioned: Stranger Things and Westworld.
Nice.
Next, The Boys.
Ooh,
bitch.
That slipped my rate.
We fucked up. We fucked up.
Boys.
Okay, but for sure, honorable mentions, not top 10. But
right.
For sure,
I agree. Honorable mention, not top 10, but definitely.
Like action-heavy superhero shows.
Yeah.
That would be number one for me.
Great choice.
Watchmen and then The Boys.
Damn, good job.
That shit was so fucking
great
good.
choice.
Good thing you're here, Mike.
Right.
Good old Homelander.
Good thing Amanda's not here.
Homelander. That guy. The People versus O.J. Simpson is an honorable mention.
Right.
That show, everyone knows about the fucking case, but even as a kid, I'd seen like all this shit on the news, but I still didn't know like all the crazy shit that was going on during this case, like him trying to escape in the Bronco.
Yeah. I heard about that a few years ago. I didn't know about that either, because I was the same way. You know, Jesus, Orlando almost had like a fucking seizure.
What the fuck is going on over there?
So.
Something about OJ?
He has violent yawns.
I had a shiver and a yawn.
I got chills. Anyways.
But yeah, there was just so much going on with the case and with the jurors. It was a really, really good show. And just the actors. Even, what's his name? Ross. I was surprised how good he did in the show.
David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer, yeah.
House of Cards is on my honorable mentions.
Shit.
Oh,
The
shit.
first 2 seasons
Damn,
was
you know what?
Controversial.
So fucking
Nah. You know what?
Nah, fuck that. I don't care.
I give it to you. Because, dude, the first 2 seasons of that
Were,
show, before he got into
incredible.
office, because it's just a fucking, the way he's
just ruthless at
Yeah.
climbing to the top.
It's
He
a-
will do whatever,
it's
anything
a chess
he has
game.
to. Yeah.
It's a chess game.
So I only saw season 1 and I thought that was awesome. But everyone says 2 is like,
It's just
Like-
just the ending of fucking 2 where he like, finally we're here.
I think
this is
that
what we've
was-
been waiting for.
Yeah, and then obviously it kind of has a misstep. But
Yeah.
the first couple
that was the
seasons.
first time I saw Mahershala, I think.
That was the first time I ever saw him.
I'm pretty sure that's
Really?
the first time I saw Mahershala.
Yeah, as the I forgot what he was.
he was like
Secretary.
the cleanup guy or
cleanup
something.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was really good on the show too.
Yeah, what a fucking great show. I mean, controversy aside, and
Yeah.
I haven't watched the last season.
We can separate the art from the artist.
touching tiny dicks aside, dude, Kevin Spacey is a
Oh
phenomenal
my
actor,
God.
dude. Like,
Just whenever he's monologuing to the screen,
I am so mad that because of what he did, because it's like,
It's like, you're so good, you fucking idiot.
Right?
yeah, you just had
you could have kept that shit to
you
yourself.
had to be a fucking scumbag. No. Nah, fuck that. I'm glad it's out there, but still, dude, like, shit, what a good show.
Yeah.
Even when like he did like that reprisal where he's just like,
Yeah, with that creepy
That
ass
weird
thing
ass-
wing where he's like cutting the chicken while he's talking.
yeah, and when he's talking like,
thought I was
because he
gone.
got like he pretty much they killed him off on the show, and he came
Yeah.
back and like, oh, he thought I was gone. And, like, it's so creepy,
But-
and it was so weird because like he got like canceled pretty much, and he's facing like lawsuits,
yeah,
but he's like still playing that character, and it's
And
so
it's such a great character.
dead on.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so fucking creepy.
House of Cards definitely.
Damn, that's a good one.
Orange is the New Black is on my top.
I have yet to see that show.
I never got into it. I don't think I ever will. I really saw like the first season. Like, no, this is not for me.
It's really good.
Mike likes there's titties everywhere.
Not enough titties. Not enough titties.
Not one dick to be found. the
But like towards
opposite of Spartacus.
can't complain about that.
I couldn't get into it.
Especially towards like around the 4th season, they start to get more political and delve into more like real world issues and like just prison, population control, race relations, all that kind of stuff. So it gets really, really good. But watch it. I don't know if you would like it, but pretty sure I think you'd like it.
I'll give it a shot.
I tried. Like, I couldn't get into it. Maybe I'll try again.
What do I have? Oh, I need a sitcom. New Girl is on my top shows of the decade.
You put a sitcom in there.
That show is hilarious.
No, it's
Fuck
not.
you. You don't like New Girl? Oh my god.
I watched New Girl. It's good background noise for me.
What's a better sitcom?
Parks and Rec, The Good Place.
Parks and Rec was trash. Good Place is a sitcom?
Parks
sitcom.
and Rec was trash.
Parks
The
and
New
Rec
Girl, I
was
bet the New Girl sucks then.
New Girl
You think
sucks.
Parks and Rec was
Parks
trash.
and Rec
New
is
Girl
like
is garbage.
a poor man's office. It's like it tries so hard to be the office, but it's just not good.
It doesn't though.
Aziz Ansari is terrible in the show.
Yeah, no. The New Girl's a bad show.
No,
it's
New
not a
Girl's-
bad show.
Nah,
It just
New Girl's
just
high
not funny.
fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know if you like it.
It's
but
basic.
I'm surprised you don't like it. It's got 500 Days of Summer Girl.
Yeah, she's super cute, but it's basic.
And You is in my top.
Oh
Damn.
my god, I haven't seen it.
I've
but,
seen it.
but I've heard a
I
lot
finished
of
it.
bad
We can review
shit
it if you
about
wanted
it.
to.
Then we do a review?
I don't know. We should do it.
No, you guys didn't do a review.
Nah,
good.
the show was the first season was great.
The first season is good. And
Actually,
Is it
looking
true
back,
that he sneaks around and just puts a hat on and then
yes,
suddenly he's in disguise?
It's really bad, yeah.
It's kind of what Dexter did. He put like a
Nah.
fucking tie on sometimes. And he was killing-
No, but the thing is,
it reminds me a lot of Dexter. That's why I really like
yeah.
the show.
So in You though, he's bad at what he does though.
Exactly.
Like,
And he knows he's bad. He's always fucking up.
he's fucking up all the time. Like the fact he hasn't got caught is ridiculous.
Oh, so he sucks at okay.
Yeah.
Like literally in one of the episodes, he leaves like
Spoiler alert, huh?
he leaves like so much DNA behind that I'm just like,
good job.
what the fuck?
I mean, it's understandable though.
And it was so
Well, anyways,
was
it's
like-
understandable.
it was so pointless. We can review if you want.
It was pointless.
The second season,
That plot point was pointless.
the second season is weird because like so the book is all it's one book and the
It's a
show's based on the
series.
book, yeah. But
the second season is a book too.
is off the book. No, the second season is off the book, and that's
No,
where
second season is based on the second book.
Oh, there's a second book?
The second book, that's what it is.
Oh.
So the second season is valid.
Oh, okay. Because someone told me there's only one book, and then she said like the way it ended. Whatever. I guess I was going by what my coworker said, but it just feels weird. It just feels off. Like it feels like it's trying to be too much of the same, but not really.
Look, I felt like that at first, but I don't know. Looking back, I like the second
Especially
season.
like his where his hideout is at. I'm like, this is so ridiculous. I was just like, no, this is so
It's
stupid.
not ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. You built the same exact hideout as season 1, even though you're 1,000 miles apart. Like
It's not ridiculous.
the exact replica.
He knows how to build it.
Nigga, he's bad. He is bad at doing his job. He does not know how to build shit. Fuck that. Nah.
Man. Well, we can get into that. But
So there are 2 books. There's You, and then there's Hidden Bodies.
yeah, so the second season is based on the second book. Now going forward, I think.
Yeah.
The author is writing a third book.
Okay.
So I
I
don't know if
do
the next
like
season's based on
where
the
the
No, they're gonna put a George R.R. Martin.
Nah, shit, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. I do like what happens in the second season and the twist. Like, oh, okay. But then I'm just like, then I got tired of it. But it's a good show.
I kind of saw the twist coming though. That's the only thing.
I kind of liked how I liked it. We can review if you want to. It depends, but whatever.
But yep, those are all my honorable mentions.
Nice,
Cool.
good shit.
Except for New Girl, right? Fucking hater.
Yeah, the girl's not a good show.
It's a great show.
Alrighty, gents. That wraps up our
Yeah.
TV shows.
I think we have a good list here. So if you guys ever,
Except for Armando.
if you guys just, Armando's gonna shut this chat.
Armando had like a sprinkle of good stuff. In
A
there.
sprinkle though.
Yeah, all the good stuff we already mentioned.
Yeah, we mentioned it already.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Other than Good Omens.
Was Armando trying to be
Good
edgy?
Omens is great. I don't think he was trying to be edgy. I think he was just.
Trying to be different. Like, oh, he's so
That's
different.
what he did for your whatever list that you guys have done before.
That's true.
I want to highlight something nobody wants. Fuck that shit, nigga. What the fuck? Highlight the good shit. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
No Game of Thrones. That was a shocker.
Yeah.
But anyways,
All right, guys. So that concludes our episode. Catch you next time on another episode of Popcorn Heroes.
bye bye.
Outro.
Later.